Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to another navigation task. Slightly different this week. What we've got is a photograph that I want you to have a look at. We've got a trig point on it and a feature circled over there in red. But we've got 3 map extracts to have a look at. I want you to see if you can work out where the particular trig point is and what that feature circled is. We've got trig point here, Newton Tors. So is this the map that we're using? We've got this Stero Hill. So is that the trig point? And we've got the Kerr. So is the photograph taken at that location? So what we need to do is have a look more closely at the photo to start with. So what can we see? Well, we're obviously on high ground, looking out and then down across this low-lying valley with looks like we've got some cultivated fields in there, and then we go up the other side onto the feature that we're actually looking for. If we come down to the right of that, then we drop down through these clumps of trees into a low-lying valley that's going away from us. And then on the left of the feature, as we look, then the ground drops away again. So it looks like we've got a ridge going up and down here. And then in the foreground, just to our left ahead of us, we've got looks like a lower hill, or a low, slightly lower than us possibly, and then dropping down again to the left of that before rising up again to another sort of ridge with a hill there. So those are the main things to look at. So let's have a look at the first map. So could we be on Newton Tor looking down across a valley and up the other side, up a ridge? Well, we could be here, looking across here, and then up to Black Hag, looking across the College Valley, College Burn, and then up to Black Hag. If that's the case, as we were to drop off this Black Hag to the right, we'd expect to see drop down into a valley. We haven't got that. There's no sort of low ground to the right or the north as we'd be looking at it. And in fact, we've got this loft hill here that looks like it's got trees all the way, or almost all the way up to the summit, and that's not seen on the photograph. So maybe we're not looking at that. Let's have a look at the second map and trig point. So could we be on here looking to the southwest across this valley here, Beaumont Water, and up the other side? Well, we could be looking up this ridge here, look to Wide Open Hill. And then if we drop down to the north, or slightly north or northwest from this, and we've got this valley with a road in it leading to Moor Battle. And then we've got, just in front of the trig point, we've got this hill here and then these hills here. So that looks like it could be. We might come back to that. Let's have a look at the third trig point, the Kerr. So could we be looking from there across a valley? Well, we've certainly got a valley here, down a bit more to the south. There's this big area of trees up to this high point here, and we couldn't see that on the map, so we're probably not looking over this direction. What about a bit more to the west? Well, we've got lots of hills. We've got a hill with a trig point on it there, but it doesn't really drop very low. We've got a bit of a valley there, but it's not really low, and it goes up the other side quite quickly again. We've also got this hill here with trees all the way up to the top over the other side of this valley, and we couldn't see that in the photograph. So this isn't really making sense either. So could be that we're more likely to be looking at the second option, from this Staro, let me pronounce it, apologies, Staro Hill. But let's have a little bit of a closer look at the photo and see if we can pinpoint things a little bit more accurately. So things to look for, if we were to go in an absolute straight line from the photograph to this hill, we pass this hill slightly to our left, it'd be on our left, we wouldn't be going over the top of it, it'd be slightly to our left. We've also got these trees here, and we've got this rather strange shape plantation of trees, looks like a bit like could almost like be an arrowhead coming down, and then possibly this here looks like it could be a road there, and then we've got trees here besides these fields and some trees along here. So let's see if we can have a look for those. So I've put an arrow on the map there from our trig point. If we were looking at Wide Open Hill, you see we do just skirt that little hill there of Shearborough, and then to the left we've got this high ground here of Wood Hill, and then there that could be that odd shape of trees, the plantation that we saw going down, and then the road along here. And then notice here we've got some trees there and a line of trees just along the road, and notice this here just forms a little triangle there just under where the Saint of St Cuthbert's is, and we're going straight over that triangle on our flight from trig point to that hill. So can we see that on the photo? Well, if we look, yes we can. We've got that triangular shape of fields there which we would fly over if we went on our journey. So that is our answer today. The photo was taken from Staro Hill trig point looking over to Wide Open Hill across the Beaumont Valley. Okay, so hope you enjoyed it, got it right, learned something as always. Thanks for watching. Look out for next week's navigation task. Bye for now.